What's up guys, my name is Natalie and welcome to my Nook of novels. So today I am going to be choosing my November TBR and I will start by telling you guys about my reading last month. So this was my stack from last month, and if you watched that video then you already know that I did not have to read the entire works of William Shakespeare. It was just one of his plays. But I did end up reading these three. I did not get to The Fear though. And I'm not going to be pulling a punishment for that. That is because I ended up having to read something else for school instead, but I would have gotten to this had I not had to start that book. You'll see more about that in my reading vlog if you watch that next week. And just this Shakespeare play. Shakespeare is a character, let me tell you. And I read Persepolis Volume 2 for my mood read, in case you're wondering. Now, as I said, I'm not pulling a punishment book for this month, but my September punishment book finally came in. So I will be reading this in October. Hopefully after I finish the book that I'm reading for school, I will pick this one up and read it before anything else on this TBR. That's generally what I try to do for punishment books, is make sure that I have to read them first. Also, if you hear any weird background noises, please disregard. So this month, How to Train Your Gavin is hosting Believathon. I think it's round 4. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't participated in any of his previous rounds, but I decided to do this round since I have nothing better to do in November. I will also link the announcement in the description below. But I have the cards. I took some of them out because they do not fit anything on my TBR. So these are the ones that actually do fit the books on my TBR. I am going to choose these first and then get to spinning my wheel. So this is a middle grade readathon, which means that I'm going to try to pick mostly middle grade books for this TBR. Before I do that though, I do want to add one more thing. So I am trying to get through my brother's books that are on my TBR before I get through my own, and also my best friends. So basically the books in the Enemy series, the books on my TBR that aren't mine, I'm gonna try and prioritize. So from now on, or through sometime in the future, whenever I spin my wheel, if I land on something that doesn't let me choose a book, if it forces me to read something specific, I'm going to make it so that I can have something else for that if it lands on something that will give me one of my books, and I'm going to pick something that's not mine. But I can't use that to switch one of my books for one of my books or one of someone else's books for anything else. I'm just going to have that so that I can replace one of my books with one of someone else's. So now that all of that is out of the way, let's get to actually choosing the books. So like I said, I'm going to start by picking the cards. So I'm just going to shuffle through all of these and pick out 4 of them. This one. Read something outside your favorite genre. My favorite genre is probably fantasy or contemporary, but I do have something that fits this perfectly. Peter and the Starcatchers by Dave Barry and Ridley Pearson. I don't know much about this other than that it is a Peter Pan retelling, and that means that it's also out of my favorite genre because it's a retelling. Prompt number 2. Read a short book. This one's easy. You guys might laugh at me for this one, but I'm gonna go with a Magic Treehouse book, and it is Stage Fright on a Summer Night by Mary Pope Osborne, and it's number 25 in the Magic Treehouse series. Prompt number 3. Read a book set in a faraway place. So the second Peter and the Starcatchers book works perfectly for this because it is a middle grade, it is a Peter Pan retelling, and so obviously it is set in Neverland, I'm assuming, at least at some point during this book. Or London, I think. And I'm not from London, obviously, because I'm American. Lastly, 4th prompt is read a book featuring a sibling relationship. So for this prompt, I'm going to go with another Magic Treehouse book, which is Good Morning Gorillas, and it is number 26. So now I'm going to spin my wheel. I'm going to try to match these books with those prompts, but that might not happen completely, but we're gonna try our best. So spin number 1. Entire series. We love that. What I mean by entire series isn't necessarily the actual entire series, but it's all the books that I own of that series. And I own the first 2 Alex Rider books. I've read the first one, I haven't read the second one, so I'm going to reread this one because I do not remember what happened at all, but I remember that I really enjoyed it, and read this one. So I'm going to add these 2 books to my TBR. I'm going to switch out the prompt for this one, a hardcover. Spin number 2. Most ratings. So I just checked my Goodreads, and To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee is the book on my TBR with the most ratings. Ooh, biggest book. That does not make me happy. I love that biggest book and add 2 books are right across from each other. Spin number 3. A small book. Okay, that works very well. So for this one, I'm going to reuse Good Morning Gorillas because it is only 71 pages. The prompt I'm replacing that with is Multicolored Spine. And hopefully, final spin. Of course, it had to come up. But according to my handy dandy Goodreads, this is the biggest book on my TBR. It's by Victor Hugo. I don't know how to pronounce it. Les Miserables, I guess. I'm not sure. I was gonna say I'm not sure how I feel about this. I do know how I feel about it. It's really big, and it's a classic. Not fantastic, especially considering my already stack here. It's fine. This is fine. Everything is just fine. I'm gonna tell you right now, the chances of me reading this entire thing are 0. It's not gonna happen at all. I'm just already gonna tell you that. The chances of me starting it, we'll see how the rest of my TBR goes. Can you just tell how excited I am that I landed on that? Let me switch out the prompt. Seasonal read. I feel like it gives me the same prompts over and over. Like I have this whole stack. It's like when you hit the shuffle button on Pandora and it just gives you the same 4 songs. This is what the stack is doing to me. They're like biggest book in entire series. They're the worst ones. So here's the stack. And if you remember from the start of the video, I still have to read my punishment book from September. So again, I don't have to technically read all of them. I can just start the last one. I have to entirely read all of this and start this. Considering it's middle grade, all of it except To Kill a Mockingbird and this one. I'm just gonna call it Les Mis. I'm pretty sure that's the play, but that's a lot easier to say than whatever it's actually called. The rest of it's middle grade, which means it should go by fairly quickly. And also Magic Treehouse is on here, so that helps. And also, I've already read this, so it should be quicker because it's a reread. These have pictures in them. I think that I'm really going to enjoy all of these, so I'm not too mad about it, except this one. I am mad about this one. Yeah, I'm honestly kind of excited, though, to get started on some of these. That is all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button and subscribe if you would like to, and turn on my notifications so that you can see all of the videos that I post. I try to post every single Monday. As y'all saw a couple weeks ago, that didn't quite happen. I am a busy person, so keyword, I try to post every single Monday. That is all, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!